So let's continue solving our topology challenges. Here is our cube that is not a cube anymore. And here is our blueprint. We are following it closely and it's been incredibly helpful for us. It helps us verify whether our shapes are actually circles or if they have turned into ellipses. For example, for some reason this one has become an ellipse. Let's fix that now. Press S, X, fix it as well. Let's check the search. What's going on here? Press Shift Option or Shift Alt to select the entire edge. Let's tweak the height of this circular form. Okay, now let's go into the object mode and rename woofer grid. And we will be working on it during this video. Now let's separate this edge, recalculate the normals, Shift N to recalculate. Okay, let's take a look. I want to use the knife tool and play around a bit to create a grid, something like this, for proper topology. That gives us a nice subdivision and eliminates any possible shading issues. Another way to create this kind of grid so that the circular plane is filled with quads is this one. I'll show you now. Let's go back. To select face, press Face Grid Fill and tweak settings a bit. Let's leave it like this. It works well enough. We can also see that this piece looks more like a metal cover inserted in the monitor. So logically, we need to adjust the shape of the woofer grid a little. The subdivision modifier is already on, so we leave that. Here is what we will do. Select all the vertices, press G, okay, select all, press GY to move it a bit, then select the outer edge and press E to extrude, EY to extrude along the Y axis. Okay, I think that's exactly what we need. Now I'll press A, then U, and we could try spherical projection or angle-based projection. I guess we need to add some seams. Let's select the edge, right mouse button, press Mark Seam. Okay. Let's see our UV editor now. Okay, I guess that's enough. These edges, these seams are enough for us. Okay, so UV editor. Select all the vertices, press Unwrap Angle Based. And let's find the proper material. We already selected in the previous video the needed lattice, the needed metal grid. Okay, we will add some light source to better see the texture. Let's go into the edit mode. We switch to cycle, GPU compute, by the way. And here I'm trying to understand why the texture is not applied. You know, before the Blend Kit update, you could simply drag a material onto the object after creating the UVs, and it would work. For some reason, that no longer works. And as it turns out, now you first have to click New to create an empty material slot. and then drag the material onto it. There we go, the metallic grid lattice material is applied. Let's have a look. The scale is obviously off, and we will delete normal map and displacement nodes. Let's tweak scale. For now, I'm happy with it. Now let's see if we can immediately apply suitable material to the cube, to the monitor, to the main body of monitor as well. And actually, I noticed that the cube still lacks a bit of smoothness in its shape. Let's fix that. The blueprint is still there, so we can compare. Now I see what's causing the issue, this edge. The geometry is distributed unevenly, so that's the problem. Okay, we are in the vertex select mode. Press GG, select the entire edge at first, of course, and just, okay, the entire edge. Let's use select circle, adjust the radius of this selection option if needed. Okay, let's come back to select box. And now press GG. Okay, edge slide. Good. Let's check it. By the way, let's dissolve this edge. Let's try to dissolve it. I guess it's quite unnecessary geometry we have here. Okay, GG to move the vertex. Let's come back to the edit mode, to the object mode. And let's check if we have any shading issues. Okay, let's work on it a bit more. I want this transition to be both sharp and smooth at the same time. Let's think about how to achieve that. I'll move it slightly downward along that axis. By the way, is our circle still in place? Okay, we will continue in the next video, and we will work on our Twitter area and on our indicator. Okay, see you.